Welcome, seekers of the unknown, as we pull back the veil between the living and beyond. Unraveling questions that plague our minds, and oftentimes presenting the evidence that may prove them true. Let us take you on a journey where paranormal becomes normal, and where what is right behind you just might be echoes of the afterlife or something more. But fair warning, once you step into the supernatural with us, you might just stay haunted.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Stay Haunted.
Woo!
Hey.
Is it Monday already?
It is Monday already.
Dang.
It feels like Thursday, but it's Monday.
I wish it was Thursday.
Yeah.
4 more to go? Days.
4 more to go
For
4 more.
Thursday?
No, 12 till Friday.
till the end of the world, or
No, to the end of the week.
oh, okay.
Not to the end of the world.
I thought you were talking apocalypse type shit.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what was happening.
No.
4 more to go to Friday 13th, so you never know.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
On Friday the 13th.
Good luck. Good luck day. Good luck day.
exactly. So if y'all haven't noticed,
Celebrating my stepfather's birthday actually on Friday
Yeah,
the
on
13th.
Friday the 13th, the man that dominated Vietnam was born on Friday the 13th. How coincidental.
Was.
So once again, we're all, Todd and Carmela aren't, but Audra and I are separated. I am traveling for work again for my 6th week in a row.
Separated because they're in 2 different places.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like baby.
Yeah, let's
No, she got tired of me traveling for work, so she just said, "Fuck it, I'm leaving."
no.
I'm just kidding. No, Audra is at home, and I am in Whippany, New Jersey again. I'm right outside of New York. I flew into Newark yesterday. Today Monday? Yeah, yesterday.
Yeah.
But what was really cool is I've been flying up into this area so often. As we were landing in Newark, the Statue of Liberty waved at me and said, "Welcome back." So
Did she wink and smile? Did she blow you a kiss? Yeah.
she's like, "Hey, you're back again."
Hi,
Stupid ass, turn around.
Hi, Raul,
All right.
Beth, and Melissa, and 305.
What
That's
was
right.
Really cool. If nobody noticed, I got to meet up with Ron and Lourdes last week while I was up here because they only live like an hour away. So I got to meet up with them. I haven't seen them since, what were they, May?
Oh, no. Yeah.
Since they were at our house, May.
I think it was May.
Yeah, because you guys came right after May, right?
Right.
Sure.
Whatever you
I
said.
don't-
Somewhere around in there. 6 week of travel for work, guys. My brain is mushy.
You've traveled so much. Carmela and our brains are hurting for you.
Yeah,
No kidding.
exactly.
I
So
forgot
we
Monday.
will get to Todd and Carmela here in a second, but what Audra and I did for the weekend was absolutely nothing. I got home Friday night. I drove straight from the airport, met her and her mom for dinner, went to the house, was gonna spend some quality time with my wife, but I ended up passing out on the couch. And so we had quality time on Saturday, and then I turned around and flew right back on Sunday.
Yep.
Todd and Carmela, what did you do?
We did so much that I forgot today was Monday and we had a podcast, so I'm in my pajamas.
She was having a moment. She wanted to relax, so I go upstairs just for whatever, and then
I said I was going
she
up
said
to
she was
do
going
the
up.
norovirus.
Yeah, you said you were going up to
Visor.
not the virus, the
Not the-
neurovirus.
I want to say
No.
norovirus every time.
The neuro.
Neurovirus.
I do every time.
You know, from the Matrix.
Yeah.
Don't take the pill.
Frankie will look at me and go, "Don't say that out loud. I can't help it." Neurovisor.
So she said that she was going up, and then I went up, and she's like under the covers.
I'm ready for
comfy.
bed, comfy.
I'm like,
headphones on,
I'm like, we have a show tonight.
and I used a bad word.
She dropped the F-bomb,
That's
Chris,
on this cup.
right?
Yeah.
Why are you telling me? I like the F-bomb.
I said that
You're not getting her
word.
in trouble by telling me. You tell me
It
that.
would bring a tear to your eye, Chris, that she dropped
Yes.
the F.
I did
So proud. So proud.
say it. And then I said,
I have raised them so well. I have raised them so well.
We,
but I'm here now. I did the neurovisor, and now I'm drinking F your sensitivity.
but yeah, we were pretty much like you with the cold weather and stuff.
We didn't do anything.
We didn't do anything. Saturday we watched the Olympics. I like watching them. It's fun to watch.
Well, and of course, Super Bowl.
Yeah, and then Super Bowl last night, which was kind of a snooze fest.
It was very easy.
Yeah, it was.
Defense
So
oriented.
I was disappointed and happy all at the same time because I had to do it from the hotel. I had to watch it by myself. But it wasn't so exciting that I'm sitting here going, damn, I wish I was at home with Audra at the Super Bowl party. But she went over to the in-laws. So I was kind of sad at first, but then I watched the game and realized that it wouldn't have been that big of a deal anyway.
Parker was partying it up last night.
Yes, she was.
Yeah.
So what else? Yeah, I don't think. And she had off
TJ
today.
TJ had a bunch of his friends.
Yeah, TJ had his friends
And it
over.
was so funny because they're all so quiet. They're just watching the game quietly. They all ate. They're talking. They're silent watching the game. Robbie came up and I'm like, why are they so quiet? He's like, it's really weird down there, Mom. I don't know. I think they're all
There's
just
nothing
quiet.
to talk about. That's the problem.
Yeah, they're all on their phones.
They're on our phones doing their thing. We TJ did a long day of cooking. He smoked
He did. It was good.
pork
The
butt,
pork
made
butt
some
was really good.
pulled pork sliders and some
Nice.
Those.
nachos and what else?
I the writing paper's big enough to fit the pork butt.
I sent Chris pictures. I don't know if I showed you, Audrey.
You sent me pictures?
I think I did. I sent you the picture of me drinking my old fashioned and the sliders.
Yeah. The old fashioned.
Oh yeah, you did.
I didn't get a slider, but the pork was good. The tacos or the nachos were good.
Yeah, it
Everything
was
was all good.
very good. TJ did an excellent job as always. A necessity is hopefully he's waiting to hear back on his firefighter
Bordentown.
interview. So that's a prerequisite of being a firefighter. He likes to cook.
Yes. Congratulations to TJ. He applied for a full position as a sit eater. Hopefully he gets it, right?
Yeah,
Hopefully, we're waiting.
Fingers crossed.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. Good for
Maybe
him.
another week, maybe.
Good for him.
All right, let's get to our amazing guests for this evening.
We do. And this might take a minute because we've got a few to add.
Full house tonight.
So guys, this week we have the Full Moon Paranormal team. This is Hudson Valley's all-female paranormal team hosting public ghost hunts, haunted history events, and private investigations. They were founded in 2021. Full Moon Paranormal is a paranormal research team based out of Orange County, New York. As a team, they combine historical research, scientific data collection, as well as the talents of their psychic medium members to try and get a complete picture of the activity going on at the location. They have a passion for historic preservation. Woo!
I know.
And regularly raise funds for their local historic places. They are also big believers in the concept of para-unity. Where have you heard that before, y'all?
Yeah.
Right, frickin' here, right?
Yep.
And feel that all groups should work together and learn from one another. Guys, there's too much drama in the paranormal community right now, and these ladies are para-unity, and we love it. Everybody say hello to Nicole. Sorry, guys, this is going to take a second. Nicole, Stephanie, and Lisa from Full Moon.
Woo-hoo! That's right.
Hello.
There we go.
All here.
Good to hear, though. Maybe
Ladies.
Susan's watching.
We're sad that Susan wasn't able to. She was one of the ones feeling under the weather, so we're missing Susan.
Oh. Sorry, Susan. Next time.
And Lisa's shy.
And Lisa,
A little bit.
picture of her.
She's having technical difficulties, and I'm not there to assist her.
That's
We
right.
were happy. Yep, we were happy to
I
get her.
can't hear anything.
Oh,
You
no.
can't. Did you
Oh,
mute
boy.
yourself?
I'm not there to help her either.
Oh no,
Wait, watch this.
Lisa,
Steph,
did you
can you hear
still?
me?
I can hear you, but I can't hear
Okay,
anybody.
go out and go back in. It happened to me
Go out.
before.
I'm sorry. I'm glad this is documented. You see Lisa over here being tech support?
No, wait.
Look at that.
Chris, I think that we got to use. Where's our applause?
Oh wait, yeah, I forgot the applause.
I had to do it
Or
before.
full
I couldn't
moon.
hear.
So guys, it's probably not Stephanie's fault. It seems like every episode for the last 7,
It's true.
we have some kind of paranormal influence that is just messing with our crap.
Everybody.
How about now, Stephanie? Can you hear us?
Now I
Lacey.
can hear you.
There you go.
Yay! I
Look at
did
Lisa.
it.
Lisa's solving problems left and right. Look at
Good
that.
job, Lisa. And Lacey had to make her appearance.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lacey always makes her appearance.
She
Say
has
hello.
to make her appearance.
Can you go? Yeah, no, you can't come up. You can't come up. You got to go down.
Like, please, I need you.
You got to go. Go.
Okay, so now that Stephanie can hear us, Lisa, you can hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Nicole, you're good?
thumbs
All
up.
right.
It wouldn't be a live show if you didn't have some kind of technical difficulty.
Right? How boring would that be?
Right?
I'll get her a bone. I'm gonna get her a bone.
Last week we started a half an hour late because of technical difficulties.
Oh, yeah.
The week,
Yeah.
the
And
week
funny
before we had a
part-
couple EVPs during the show, didn't we?
Ooh.
Yeah, I think we did. Yeah, if I'm
Yeah.
not mistaken. Yeah. And it's funny. Just a quick little note about the technical difficulties. It was funny. So Ernie, I think later this week, I don't know if I shared this with you, Chris and Audra. He was like, "My fault, my bad." He's like, "I had another show tonight or whatever, or late, a couple of nights ago." And he's like, "I went on and I typed in camera in the search button. It popped right up, and evidently."
How many times did you say type
So-
camera in the?
So he figured it out.
You
I
said
know,
it.
but it's
He said,
it's all
"That's what
good.
it is, that's what it
I
is."
says, lesson learned. We're good. So you're good for when we have you back on the show.
That's right.
We love Ernie, but when he is frustrated,
He was done. He
He
was,
was,
done.
yeah, he was ready to almost
He was
tap
done.
out.
he almost tapped out during us trying to go live. It was funny. But this show's not about Ernie.
No,
No.
it's about full
We
moon.
got
This show's about full
some
moon.
ladies to talk to.
And actually, before we go, there was a question that we got. Did I pass it? Did I pass it? Here it is. I got to ask. Here's the question. But were they founded on a full moon?
Oh.
I don't believe so, but we'll have to throw that one
No.
to Lisa.
Yeah, no, it was
were
not
you named
founded on a
after
full
something you
moon.
did in high school a lot.
No, I wish it was founded on a full moon. That would have been extra interesting, but no,
It
it
would
was
have been.
not.
All right.
So people really don't know. Let's say it was.
Let's say it was.
Okay.
I think
So,
it was.
so before we get to how you guys got into the paranormal, tell us how you came up with full moon.
I just always loved the moon. So when I was thinking of a name for the team, I just like the name Full Moon. And that's literally how I came up with the name. Very, very simple. Nothing really meaningful about it. I just always had an infatuation with the moon.
I love the moon too.
Yeah,
Sometimes that's all that
I
matters.
love
yeah.
full moons. I do.
Depends on whose it is
Yes, exactly.
or what kind. I guess
That's a
should
valid
say.
point.
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Okay, so Lisa, Nicole, and Stephanie, in whatever order you guys want to go, how did each one of you get hooked into the paranormal? And then how did you all come together as a team?
Let's start at the beginning. Start with Lisa.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when I was younger, basically I would sense things, see things. I don't know. I was experiencing a lot of things I didn't understand. And then as I got a little older, my mother was very spiritual. She was doing like Ouija boards and seances, like, in the 70s. And I was doing that with her as well at a young age. And I was just very curious who we were connecting with, things that I was just curious about what I was seeing, what I was experiencing. So I was just diving deeper into the paranormal. And then as I got older, fast forward, I decided to start a team of like-minded people that wanted to investigate and do what we do. But I was doing a lot of like public events, and I was going with people that had a very set way of doing things, and they weren't letting people do things the way I would have liked to do them. So when I started Full Moon, I wanted people to be able to come to these events and bring their own equipment and participate, and I wanted to learn from them as well as them learning from us. And me and my friend Debbie decided to start Full Moon, and we started interviewing, and we found Nicole. She was our first application,
Cool. Nice.
and
All
she's
right.
been with us, I think, since our first event, right, Nicole?
Yeah, because the first event was actually at the Chance Theater in Poughkeepsie, and I was going to get tickets because I've always been interested in the paranormal, literally as long as I can remember. I was the weird kid, like buying the New Age books and the books about like the local ghost stories, and taking like yearly pilgrimages to Salem. So when I saw that Full Moon, the newly formed group, was doing an investigation, I went to get tickets and instead saw that there was like a job posting for an investigator for a team member. So I filled that out. They messaged me and we were on the phone for probably like 2 hours, just talking everything ghosts. Told them how I grew up in a haunted house. It was just very normal for me. How I don't remember this at all, but apparently I channeled my great grandmother when I was like 3 or 4. And yeah, so that's how I got started with Full Moon and met up with Lisa and everybody. Shortly after that, we were looking to kind of round out our team a little bit because we do the groups for the public events and we kind of do teams of 2. So we put that out there, and we met Susan through a mutual, a former team member who was a mutual friend. And then she ended up leaving the group because she had, other commitments. And then we brought on Stephanie.
Yay, Stephanie.
Yay, Stephanie.
So I've been on the team a little over a year now. I got into this field because when I was 7 in Alaska, I grew up in a house that had a poltergeist in it. And it was very violent. And I had nightmares for a very, very long time. I had kind of PTSD from this thing. Every house we moved to, I always thought this thing would follow us. And so as I got older and started doing my own research, wanted to figure out like what this thing was, why this happened to us, all those kind of questions, and started kind of ghost hunting on my own in Alaska. And then moved to New York 6 years ago and started working at the Haunted Shanley Hotel and met the Full Moon ladies when they were there as guests. And like Nicole said, when the other Lisa had to leave the team, they asked me to be a member. So that's how I came to be here.
Cool.
Awesome.
I have a question for Stephanie.
Yeah.
Your experience in Alaska sounds really familiar to one of the Alaska Haunting episodes. That house
really?
wasn't on Alaska Haunting, was it?
No, it was not. No.
Then there must be a lot of haunted poltergeist.
There are quite a few haunted places in Alaska. There's a lot of history to Alaska that people don't know, especially when it was, you have the gold rush, you have when Anchorage was just a tent city and all the dangers and prohibition and things like that. So there's a long history there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and Alaska's known for, that's where people go that want to hide.
They try.
On top of the Native American history. Yeah, they try. On top of all the Native American history that's in Alaska,
Yes.
I can imagine. Too cold for me to investigate, but it would be really cool.
Are you kidding me? Here in New York, it's colder than it is in Alaska.
Really?
Today,
Right. Today, right.
Oh, in the summertime, maybe.
So
See,
That
the
is
funny
awesome.
thing is, for being from Alaska, she hates the cold. Me and Stephanie bunk together because Lisa and Susan freeze us out.
Yeah, I'm always hot.
I get that. Me too.
no, I can understand that because Audra and I are from Phoenix, and I hate the heat. So you
Yeah, that's
experience
me.
that cold for so long, eventually you develop a pretty good hatred for it, right?
Don't like it. Yeah.
Yeah, I honestly, I never liked being cold. Quick note, 7th grade, they were teaching us skiing, and I went out of control on a straight path and fell headfirst into a snowbank, and I hated snow ever since. So
I can see where that would do that to you.
Oh, did I talk about Arthur skiing?
Carmela we took her skiing to Steamboat. She had a wonderful experience. I said, "Oh, they got the bunnies, the easy bunny slopes at the top," which they did. But yeah, that's another story for a different time. It was just, I'm lucky to still be alive. I'm lucky to still be alive. Just put it that way.
A double black diamond. I pop off
Oh,
carry them up,
it looked like bunny ears.
and Sea Patrol is
All
like,
right.
"Okay, ma'am, you're gonna get hurt." I'm like, "I don't care. You're gonna get hurt if you don't move out of my way." No, we'll put you
That's
on
right.
the thing. We'll go back down. I said, "If you touch me, I will scream. Let me make it to the bottom." I walked to the bottom, and he's still alive to talk about it.
Yep.
So the full moon, you host public haunts, you host haunted history events. Let's talk about your public ghost hunts. What does full moon do with public ghost hunts?
they're so much fun.
I know. We go into these places. A lot of them are in like dire need of funds. Nobody even knows that they're there. And we're like, hey, this is what we do. It's really fun. You can make some money off of these. And a lot of times they say yes. So we bring the public in, and we aren't super strict with things. We kind of just roll with it, whatever the guests want to do. If they want to jump in, we always encourage people to, bring their own equipment. We encourage them to, ask questions or suggest things if they want to try, really make them part of the investigation rather than just watching us investigate.
Mm-hmm.
That's phenomenal. And what type of locations do you guys use for that?
Whatever.
You can say the names.
Basically, anybody who answers the phone.
Yeah.
We've been to like the Mizzier House in Wapengers Falls. We did the Edmonston House here in New Windsor.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, we've done Carmwath. We've done all kinds of places. So
how about there was one in the promos, Messier, I believe it's called.
Messier, yeah.
That's one of our favorites. That was
It
the
is.
one that was featured on Haunted Tri-State. And every time we go there, because they brought in all different artifacts. They have native artifacts. They have things that were donated to the house, things that were original to the house. There's just so many layers of activity there that you don't get the same thing twice.
Mm-hmm.
That's fantastic.
And we
Now let's touch
Okay,
on the
I'm
haunted
sorry.
history events, because this one is near and dear to Audra and I's hearts. It's the haunted history. Some of those locations, and what type of history do you guys hold events for people to come in and investigate?
One of my favorite haunted history events, I don't know about you guys, is the Edmonston House. We do that one every year as a fundraiser. This little building off the side of a busy street, it has so much history with the Revolutionary War. There was a great chain that was built or constructed to go across the Hudson River during the war, and they pulled that chain, and
When the enemy ships were coming in.
Yeah, so they blocked the ships. And the anvil that was used to make this chain is sitting in a shed in the back of Edmonston House.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That is freaking cool.
Yep. So much history. And they have no money. They have no heat. They have no bathrooms.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're in danger of losing their roof, and apparently we're their biggest fundraiser of the year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Which, not tooting our own horn, like we do a good job, fundraising, but it's really sad that that's their biggest fundraiser of the year. They are so desperately in need of funds to keep this thing going.
The people that run the house are so amazing. They're so kind. They even wear period clothes when they're doing tours. So even when we were doing our ghost hunt, they were dressed all in the period clothing, and they were giving people our guests the history of the place. It was so nice, and just it kind of makes it a bit more interactive.
Mm-hmm.
They're so
That is way
passionate
cool.
about this place.
And they could also be used as trigger objects.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep. Oh, around the Patchett House too. Yep. There's the Patchett
Yes.
House in Montgomery. That is amazing. It's an art gallery now, and they have some offices that they rent upstairs. But it used to be a funeral home. So in the
Oh.
basement, there's still the old embalming sinks. There's these cyanide tablets. There's all kinds of leftover stuff from that era. And supposedly, the funeral director went missing, mysteriously disappeared. No one heard from him. The funeral parlor just shut down, and he was gone.
But his wife was loaded.
They think the spirit of Emma Patchett, the last remaining Patchett to own the house, chased him out. That's the legend, anyway.
Makes it
That
a
is
little more
fantastic.
spooky.
'Cause this is very relatable to what Audra and I did with the Montgomery house in North Carolina. Guys, these are the type of locations, audience, are you listening to me? These are the type of locations that you funnel your investigation money into. We all love Trans-Allegheny. We all love Waverly, right? We love those big places, but those places are nonstop busy. These are the type of locations where you funnel your investigation money into to keep these places alive. Take a note. If you're not listening, write it down. Chris
Yep.
just said it on Stay Haunted. It's
Keep
the
that
little
history
places
alive.
that we need to take care of.
Yeah.
The big places
absolutely.
take care of themselves.
Yep.
And those you get some of the best activity.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh God, yes.
They
Yes.
want to talk. They want their stories told.
Yep.
It's just
So-
sad that a lot of people don't visit a lot of these museums and historical homes anymore. And even, on the weekends, if they stay open, they might get 10 people come through, and they can't stay open with that kind of money. So
Mhm.
this stuff really does
And
help.
a lot of those places, well, a lot of the places that we've even around here, it's a lot of times it's donation. Some of them are, it's a small donation or whatever to do a tour of the house, and that's just not enough to fit
help
those,
them.
help them out and
Yeah.
fill those costs.
Yeah.
I think one
And
place we did, they were charging like $5 to come in and like $3 for students and seniors.
Wow.
And you don't really have a mad rush of people coming in. That's not a lot of money.
yeah.
Right.
No, it's not.
It's not.
No, we haven't like where Audra and I just live. We moved to Perrysburg, Ohio to be near Audra's family from North Carolina. And there's a place 10 minutes from us called the Spafford House. It's been there since the early 1800s.
Wow.
And they're only open from noon to 5 on Saturday. And it's pure donation when you walk in. And you've got these ladies and an older gentleman that helps take care of it. And it's literally, we walked in and they said, "Oh, just a couple bucks, whatever you want. We'll tell you the history." They've got papers in there from George Washington. I mean, the house is still in its original condition as much as they possibly could, the original floors. We're trying to get investigations going in there, but they're more focused on the history. But guys, think about it. These places won't continue to survive without us in the paranormal world continuing to support them.
Mhm.
Yep.
Because unfortunately, normal people that don't give a crap about history aren't going to spend a Saturday going in and putting their money into these places.
Yeah.
It's people like us that keep these places alive.
And they
So-
don't realize that you'll get people interested in the history through the paranormal.
Right.
Because you go in there and you investigate and it's fun and you make a personal connection with the people who live there. And you want to preserve that building. You want to preserve that house because you want the
Right.
spirits there to, live on, so to speak.
Right.
So when you guys find a new location that has historical significance attached to it, how do you go about approaching them to try to open that door, that line of communication to try and say, hey, don't look at at the paranormal as a negative connotation, but this is how we can positively, influence and help you raise some money for the location.
Usually that's where I come in. I'll usually visit the sites themselves and, try to just make a face-to-face connection and introduce myself, explain what we do, let them see that we're not a bunch of crazy weirdos. And once
We are, but we won't admit it.
Yeah, but
They don't need to know that.
I think like when you email them or you try, they don't really understand it, and I just feel like the face-to-face meeting is the best way to get in there. And then I tell them about some of the places we've done in the Hudson Valley, and then that piques their interest more, and then they're like, okay, let's try this.
Right.
But we just recently acquired another place that we're going to help support, which is Fort Decker in Port Jervis, New York.
Yeah.
They're in
Yeah.
real desperate need. They can't even keep their heat on in the winter. I mean, like, I was saying to the lady, Stephanie came with me on the tour actually, but I was like, don't you worry about these paintings and these. She's like, yeah, but we can't afford the heat. So it is sad. So
It is.
Yeah.
It's very,
There's so many artifacts in that place that absolutely deserve recognition and deserve to be preserved in the proper way, and they just don't have the funds to do it. So the more attention we can bring to places like that and the more people we can bring in to help them, the better.
Fantastic.
Agree. Yeah.
yeah.
Love it.
It's crazy. I've lived in the Hudson Valley my whole life, and before doing investigations and looking for locations to host events at, I haven't heard of most of these places. Didn't even know they were there.
And most people don't. Most people just drive by them and don't take a second look.
Don't pay attention. Yeah.
I think we've been on. I know we're going to try and hook up with the Full Moon Ladies in the near future. I think one of the promos I put out in March, you have one coming up. We may try and come up for that. I know we did an investigation at the Willows, right? Did you guys host an event there? Was that through you guys?
That was Morris County.
That was Morris County.
Okay.
But so yeah, there's so many wonderful locations. I know we've been trying to get up there. It's a little bit of a drive for us, but we definitely want to get up, and because it's been a while since we've gotten to hang out with you guys.
I was just thinking, I'm like, I miss you guys.
Yeah.
I know it's been a while.
It's hard because over the summer and spooky season, like you see everybody every other weekend, and then the winter comes and it's slow season. And
Everybody,
everybody's hibernating.
So I have a question.
I don't blame them.
Yeah.
So Steph, I have a question for you, and I think when you went to Gettysburg, and I'm curious. I think during the auction, you may have purchased something, acquired something. You acquired something. How is that item doing, and where? Any update on that specifically?
And tell us what you acquired, because we were there, and I want to know which one you got.
So my absolute beloved friend, Jeff Fent, was standing next to me during that auction. And it was a big, giant, like, I don't even know how long. This thing was huge. It's a leg.
Oh, you got the leg.
It was a leg.
Yeah.
I knew.
Okay.
And the history was it belonged to an orthopedic surgeon somewhere there in Gettysburg from a hospital that had closed down in the 1940s. And he built this replica with the major arteries and stuff going through it because he wanted to use it as a teaching tool for his surgical students. So Jeff Fent was just kind of, yeah, you should bid on that. And then he walks away, and then it's like his voice just echoed in my head, buy it, buy it, buy it. So I kept bidding and bidding and bidding. And I ended up with a leg that I had no idea why or how it came into my possession. I'm like, why the hell did I just buy this leg? And I had it in the back seat of my car. And so like my daughter, when we would get in like during dance and we're all outside, she'd go, everybody, this is my mom's leg in the back seat. And I'm like, oh God.
When you got it, I looked at Todd. I'm like, we know her. That's
You're like, oh shit, Stephanie got the leg.
I was really excited for you.
Yeah, my husband at the, he's like, don't get one of those tattoos. Well, I didn't get a tattoo. I came upstairs with a leg instead. So
I came up with a leg. I mean, a leg.
I got one. I got a tattoo.
Wait.
I did that for Steph.
It's like, honey, I got to show you something. It's not a tattoo.
It's not a
I
tattoo.
did. That's exactly what I did.
That's awesome.
He's like, he just shakes his head like, what now? You know?
That would have been
Awesome.
priceless. That would have been nice. You should have had a camera rolling because I would have loved to see his facial.
Yes,
God,
great.
It was priceless.
So for everybody watching that's never been to Gettysburg Battlefield Bash,
Gotta go.
they get a ton of items donated to them that you can buy tickets and put in buckets, and then they pull your ticket and you could win the items. Sometimes it's one year I won a Coach backpack. Todd and Carmelo won a REM pod. And then there's other stuff that you can bid on, and all of the money that is gathered goes to the Wounded Warrior Project and whatever charities that they're supporting that year at Gettysburg Battlefield Bash. Everybody was standing there going, "Who the hell wants this leg?" Well, apparently Stephanie did.
Now, Steph, I'll be honest. The thought did cross my mind. My hand almost went up to bid,
Don't you
and
dare.
then I looked at her and she dare bid on that
I
leg.
said, Stephanie's getting that leg. Let her get that.
It was
Here's
meant
the-
to go with Stephanie, and Stephanie turned that leg into another haunted object.
I was
I
going to say
did.
that. I
Yes.
feel like it was meant for you to barter for your other purchase, which you got to
That's
share with them.
that's exactly what ended up happening.
Oh.
We went into Beacon, into Bone Serpent Moon. I always get the layout of the words.
Serpent Bone.
Moon
MSC.
Serpent Bone. There we go. And I fell in love with these three little girls in this painting, and they basically let me trade for the leg. So which the painting is here. My Victorian
wow.
color. You can see the girls up there.
Okay, yeah. Love it.
They are still a little mischievous around the house,
You can
which
see you had a leg up on the
absolutely.
negotiations.
I absolutely
Yes.
did. I had a leg up.
And you know what? That was such a fun event. That was one of the fun ones that we do. We do a lot of the historic ones.
Yeah.
But this event, we went into this consignment shop and we did a haunted object kind of antique roadshow kind of thing where we brought haunted dolls and haunted objects, and the guests brought their haunted objects for the mediums to kind of assess and see what they felt. And we actually passed them around the room to see if any of the other participants, did some psychometry, see what they got off of it. So it was really, really fun.
Yeah, that was a
That's
good one.
All right.
So-
Now,
Go ahead, Tom.
I have a question for Miss Nicole. Is your little doll friend still in the house? See, I watched the other night and I saw there she is.
Mm-hmm.
There she is.
Mini Nicole.
Oh, Mini Nicole.
Mm-hmm.
I
Okay,
was
what's the
watching
story?
Nicole and Steph's chat the other night on Wednesday, I think it was. So.
What's the
And you-
story behind the doll, Nicole?
So Lisa, start the story because Lisa actually
So-
found her.
Yeah, I was at Goodwill actually walking around, and there was just this random pile of dolls on a table, and I saw that particular doll, and I walked by it 3 or 4 times, and for some reason, I just had to pick it up. And I'm walking around the store with this doll, and I'm like, what am I doing with this doll? I don't want this doll. I put the doll back. I actually left the store, and something told me I had to go back and get this doll. I felt I don't know, I felt like there was a child spirit attached to the doll that it was almost like, don't leave me here on this table. Take me home. I want a family. So I said, all right, I'll take you home. I'll give you to Nicole. And I brought her home and I gave her to Nicole.
Well,
And then
her
Nicole-
name is Nicole.
I
If you
did-
look
and
at
at
the tag.
And I didn't know that at the time. Which
No
was
way.
Weird.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
Did
did
you know
not
that
know that at
before
the
you
time.
gave it to her?
No, I didn't know. I did not know that. She told me.
Nice.
Yeah.
It was funny actually because it was not long after that on my podcast we were interviewing somebody and she had this exact doll in the background.
Ooh, really?
Exact same story
name?
where it was just so sad she couldn't leave it. It was at a thrift shop.
Same name?
Same story.
And
I
the
think it was
funny-
a different clothes, but it was the same
yeah.
doll.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Her name was the same?
I don't know if that one had a name. I don't know if she had the tag,
All right.
but
That is kind of cool. Kind of cool and kind of weird at the same time. The best part about it, as I like, Lisa finds it in a store. She leaves the store. The thing calls her back in. She goes, "Okay, I can't leave it here, but I'm not keeping this son of a bitch. I'm
No,
giving it
I'm
to
not.
Yeah,
Who can I
Yeah.
give it
you don't
to?
gotta go home, but you can't stay here.
Yeah.
Going to Nicole.
So now it's Lisa. So you found something for Nicole. Have you
Yes.
ever found something for yourself?
Um, no, I tend not to take those things home. I
She
feel
doesn't
like
want 'em.
Stephanie would take
She doesn't want
everything
to.
home,
Okay.
but
Me too.
I don't want anything in my house like that.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, agreed. We don't
So
need that.
from two sensitives to Lisa, we agree completely. It's
Yes.
called a leave it right. If I can't take it to somebody else, I'm gonna leave it right where I found it because I don't
Yes.
want the thing talking to me when I'm trying to sleep.
Exactly.
So who's the
Yep.
medium in the group? I think Chris had read that, or you guys had
They're
said
all mediums.
all of you are?
Not me. They're all mediums.
Okay.
Lisa likes
Oh,
to say she's
Stephanie
not.
and Susan are mediums.
Yeah.
I would consider myself more an empath.
Okay.
Okay. There we go. Yeah.
An empath who can see and draw spirits.
Yes.
Sometimes, yes.
Okay.
Interesting.
it's interesting, especially when we get other. So Audra and I classify ourselves. We don't call ourselves mediums. We call ourselves sensitives because
Yes.
we have different abilities. Audra sees stuff in like Polaroids. She gets
Mm-hmm.
snapshots, and the pictures eventually come together to tell her a story. To where I can see, hear, feel energy. Sometimes, depending on the location, I can actually physically see them. Like when we were at Translegheny, I saw a nurse come out, and the nurse actually turned and looked at us, and she saw us too, which freaked me out a little bit because that'd be the first time that had ever happened. Sometimes I hear the voices, sometimes I feel the voices, but Audra gets the snapshots, and we're constantly validating each other. And the reason I'm telling you this is because I want to know how all of you, as mediums, sensitives, people with abilities, how does that work during an investigation with full moon?
Good question. It kind of depends on each of our abilities. Like I pretty much leave myself open for however the spirit wants to communicate or however they know how to communicate. Because some spirits can do one thing and not the other. So whether they want to give me sensations, like I had one where he was showing me the gunshot in the head and then the chest, and that's what I was feeling. And some of them just want to give me images in my head. Some of them just kind of want to talk to me quietly in my head. And so I like to close my eyes, and then I'll sit there and I'll write a lot of the things that I'm getting out, and then just kind of just throw it out there for whoever it's meant to be for. And so, but yeah, it's just really, for me, it's up to the spirits, and I can see them. I like to say when they allow me, whether it's in shadow form or whether if it's in full form, it just kind of depends on the spirit. So
I would agree with that. Okay,
And-
and Lisa, how do you sense?
For me, I feel like I don't really have control over it. Like I'll just be sitting there and then all of a sudden I'm getting an image in my head or I'm hearing a name or I'm hearing a voice, and it's just like very sporadic, and like when we were just at Mazir and I said to you guys, all of a sudden I'm seeing like the girl from Orphan with the straight
Mhm.
black hair.
yeah,
And I was like, and then Stephanie started picking up on somebody that was more mischievous. Is that what you were saying? Or we were
yeah, I
saying she
think
was like a trickster or whatever. But I don't know. It just pops into my head. I'll just yell out a name, or
yeah.
and I have seen things like you, Chris. Like all of a sudden it's just there, and I'm like, I just saw a woman standing there. But I wish I had more control over it. I have to practice. That's why I don't consider myself a medium yet. More of a sensitive like you, I would say.
Okay. And Nicole, you don't have any abilities?
Not a one. I
Well, you
I
saw
like
something.
I saw something, but I physically saw something. It wasn't
Oh, okay.
psychically, it was
Okay.
physically.
Okay.
So this was that same night at Mazir, and
Yep.
we're doing an Estes session, and Stephanie is under and she's listening. We're in this back room, and this is after we've been told, go inside, bring the doll inside, because we were there with Tim Dalton and his doll Bella, because the spirits actually requested him. The caretaker, Danny, she was in the back room and she heard, bring Tim and his dolls with her
Wow.
ears. So she called us and Tim in. to do an investigation to see what was going on. And we're back there, and me and Stephanie are kind of going back and forth. I'm asking the questions, she's answering them. It's kind of rapid fire. And all of a sudden, I see completely overshadowing her, starting probably like a foot and a half above her head, something that looks like the nun from the Conjuring movies.
Oh, great.
Just complete like black shroud, and all you can see is the white face. And being, the logical one here, I'm like, okay, well, my eyes are adjusting. It's dark. Let me just, kind of focus in on it more, and it'll become clear like what I'm actually looking at. But instead of the background getting more clear or Stephanie getting more clear, the nun got more clear. So,
And you EVP'd yourself.
I know.
Yeah, she
no,
did.
I mean, I did drop a couple F-bombs.
I
But
don't
at the
blame you.
same
That would
time,
freak me
as
out.
I was seeing that, Stephanie said that she felt kind of like a heaviness.
Yeah, I started feeling just this really big heaviness. But all of a sudden I hear, get out of there, get out of there, get out. I'm like, what the hell is going on? And I get out and I'm like, what? And Nicole's like, there was this thing and it was over you. And I was like, it was probably over me because it's trying to yell so I can hear it while we're doing the Estes. I'm like, why'd you bring me
It
out?
was not yelling. It was standing there like this. It was not yelling.
It was a nun.
Moving.
I was saying a prayer over you.
Yeah. Yeah, with that face, I'm sure it was.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So Mary Beth has a question. Do any of you know a Linda?
Yes.
Listen, Linda.
Okay.
That's what I thought. Listen, Linda.
Listen, Linda.
You know what, Linda, Stephanie?
I do. And she's deceased.
Okay.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Maybe it was Linda that was keeping Stephanie from hearing before the show. Knock it off, Linda.
Maybe.
So I'm curious
hopefully
why
not.
Mary Beth would bring
Linda,
that up.
honey.
She said she just keeps hearing.
Listen, Linda.
She just came from nowhere. She said, just came from nowhere.
See, that's what
Linda
happens
just
to me.
came
It
out.
comes from nowhere. It just comes out.
Yes.
So out of
That's
everybody
what happens to me.
so everybody on the screen, Nicole and I are the bricks, so to speak. Lisa, Steph, Chris, Audra, and Carmela are sensitive ones. So
Yes.
I can relate to you. Although I have seen things and heard disembodied voices.
I
But
have too, and I've got that feeling.
Yeah.
But then they know it's serious, because if I'm feeling something or you're feeling something for that matter, like it's strong.
And Nicole doesn't really have fear. She goes,
Oh, yeah.
I'll go down there. I'll go up there. I'll go
I
in this
know.
tunnel. I'll do this. When
He does that too, though.
Yeah, but when she was yelling at Stephanie to get out, I literally got scared because she never gets scared.
Right.
So then I was
right.
like, get out. Because that was weird. You don't ever see anything. That's
Right.
why, yeah,
Interesting.
it was creepy.
That whole entire night, quite honestly, was pretty creepy in itself.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was.
they were taunting us, they were, testing us. And I think that was just part of it.
And
Yeah.
what location was this again?
This
That
was
was
at
at
the
Mizzier.
in
Mazier
Wappingers.
Homestead.
But what was really interesting is that this entity, this spirit, whatever, appeared to Lisa as the girl from Orphan, that horror movie. And then to me as the nun from the Conjuring movies. So it's kind of like it was trying to like play on, stereotypical horror movie fears, which is weird.
And
Now-
Stephanie saw her as a girl with hollowed out eyes.
Yeah, I saw her exactly as Lisa had, just pitch black. There were no eyes. There was nothing there, but her face was completely drained of all color. Like she was completely white, ghost white, if you will. And she had the little pigtails, the black hair, and that's why I think she was absolutely a trickster. I think she was playing upon us to see what she could get away with, how far she could, push our buttons a little bit. Can she scare us or not?
So do you think if you might have ran across at that location a territorial spirit that was trying to get you guys to leave?
Oh, yeah.
I don't think that's what that one was. I think that was a trickster.
But there is a
it's the guy
territorial spirit
upstairs.
there.
There's
It was not my guy. I will
Yeah.
tell you that right now. It was not my guy. He's just a jerk. I sit
So
on the
for the
stairs.
investigators out there that are watching right now, I want you to write this location down and support this location, because if you have spirits in this location that is willing to interact that much with multiple different people, especially people like Nicole that don't have concernable abilities that you're aware of, I think you might have some, especially being around all these other people that have abilities. Energy tends to transfer, right?
Mhm.
So I think you might have some. Write down this location, guys, and go out and support Full Moon at this location, because if you want to catch something, this is the location to do it at.
Listen,
Yeah.
I can't do a nun. If I see a nun, I'm running for my life. Oh, hell no. I
I
can't.
ran out. I was like, F that. Nope.
Exclamation F, I'm out.
Can't do it.
See, and then there's me. I'm like, I'm just gonna run towards it. Like one night I was working and I had seen this thing on the floor, just half a body, pure shadow, and I was like, "What are you?" And I wanted to go touch it and put my arm out, and it ran away from me. I'm like, why did you run? Why did you run from me? Lisa saw the same thing at Mid Orange Correctional Facility, crawling down the stairs, and she's like,
Yes.
"It's time to leave." And I'm like, "No, we got to find it." She's like, "Stop trying to pet everything."
What are you?
Audra and I did the same thing at Trans-Allegheny with the 4th floor creeper. Everybody's like, "Oh my God, we saw the creeper." And we're like, where? And then we started chasing it. Every time we saw the shadow move, we were chasing it on the 4th floor. So yeah, we're the same way. That's
Have you ever
fantastic.
touched one of those things?
Freaking bats.
Those creepers, because we got one too at my other job. And when I touched it, I put my hand all through the thing and it felt like electricity. It didn't feel like the little cold, wispy spider web. It felt like electricity, like little zaps across my hand. It was pretty cool.
That's
I had
awesome.
a creeper on my leg. She was crawling up my leg. I'm like, something's on my leg. Something's on my leg. I kept saying, and Frankie's like, where? I don't see it.
Yeah.
And then she turned on the flashlight. It was actually Todd.
It was Todd crawling up my leg. No, the lady said that's what she did because she didn't have legs, and she would hold on to her caretaker and they would walk her. Well, she was hanging on the leg, and I'm like, all right, well, get off. I mean, I can't do this no more.
Mm.
So yeah, I draw the line at spiders. That's
I don't like spiders
Yeah.
either.
You know,
I draw the line at bats.
Bats.
Yeah, I don't like bats.
Bats.
I
are all-
like bats. I think they are very beneficial for our environment, but I do not like them dive bombing my head.
Yes.
They do that. They
I
do
second
that.
that.
You put your
I
light on.
learned that.
Yeah.
yo, it's a gerbil with wings.
Trans-Allegheny, I got buzzed in the stairwells going down to the
Oh, that was so funny.
to the lobotomy recovery room. I got buzzed, and I was dropping the F-bomb multiple
But
times.
isn't a wife supposed to
There's
have-
video evidence of this.
Oh
Yes.
my God.
There is video evidence of
There's
Todd
video
actually
Yeah,
evidence.
just go on
freaking.
her TikTok. Yeah, TikTok. Look it up.
But
Yeah,
here's
yeah,
the thing.
Todd actually freaking like a girl on prom night getting pinched in the wrong spot. It is
funny. It's
hysterical.
funny. Yeah.
And
Oh
then
my
I
God,
said,
it's so
shut the
funny.
door. Shut the door. Don't let the bat come in. And he
Oh,
We had to
gosh.
have a watch party of
And
this.
the funny, and the even funnier part, who was up? So we were there with Anthony Trimanicycle, the police officer. He goes out the other way. He's like
Oh,
going
my
the other.
You see him backing out. And I'm going, where are you going? He's like, I'll be back in a minute. So I totally found a different way, a different
Oh, that's so
stairway
funny.
to go to the basement. I'm like, for real? He's like, I wasn't going down with the bat. I
Well,
wasn't
your
going anywhere with the
instinct when something is swooping at your head is to
It's to
like
duck.
shine your light on it.
Oh no, mine is
That
to
makes
duck.
it worse.
bat. And we kept saying, shut off your
Shut
light.
off your light.
And he wasn't listening. He's
Yeah.
like, I have to see it. And then thank God he did, because you see the thing, like his face is in your face and you're screaming. And he's like,
Oh
it
my
was
gosh.
the best. It was
I think
very
a couple
funny.
years ago, I was at Pennhurst and didn't know these bats could get. It was kind of my first experience with bats. We have bats in Alaska, but you never see them. And so we're in Pennhurst.
Because they
and
carry
there's-
children away in Alaska.
Oh, they probably would. They start swarming in, and all of a sudden, one dive bombs my head, so I hit the floor, and then this thing with 1,000 legs started crawling towards me. So I'm like crawling on my feet like a little hobbit, trying to run away from the bat and this creepy crawly thing. Never again.
That's awesome.
I
Well, that
speaking
was
of bats
not
real fast,
No.
because
Someone
So-
got attacked by a bat, actually. So
Carmelo Creepers. So I didn't know. Did anybody see the big ass bat that I saw? There was a post on social media. I think it was
Yeah.
Sharon Benedetti, about the one in Philippines. That thing was
that
hanging
can't
up.
be real.
If that thing's real, like imagine that thing dive bombing you,
No.
buzzing you.
Yeah,
So-
the one the size of a cat. Yeah.
So fun fact, I think it's in Qatar. My husband was actually stationed in Qatar a couple of years ago, not a couple of years, more than a couple of years, but anyways, and he said the bats in Qatar have a 5-foot wingspan.
Oh shit.
Ew.
That's
He said
frightening.
they basically look like humans hanging upside down, and it's really creepy.
That's what it looked like. That's exactly
Yeah.
what
I
it
like
looked like.
that.
Yeah.
So wait, look, they found this at, I don't think you can see it though.
It's fluorescent green. It might not show up.
It's cereal, but it's
With
the
Grateful
only thing with
Friends.
my name on it.
It's Carmela Creeper.
Oh, yeah.
The cereal.
That's awesome.
The
So-
Halloween cereal, but it's me.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Aw.
So before we run out of time, I want to get to where you guys can promo yourselves. But at the same time, I want to touch base. You guys also do private investigations.
Mhm.
We do.
Yeah.
Tell us a
sure do.
little bit about that without revealing too much about some of your investigations. But
Mhm.
Hmm.
Pretty
ahead.
much we
Really
get,
interesting.
who's
God.
going to talk?
I was
You.
going to talk about the one where the person pretended to be, or the spirit pretended to be a demon.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
that's a good one.
Yeah. So we did one case where this homeowner was really, really freaked out. He was terrified to be in his house. He didn't even want to sleep there. And I believe, Lisa, he was corrections or he was a police officer.
No, he had served in Iraq and Iran.
Okay. All right. He wasn't like a scaredy cat, you know, but he was seeing hellhounds chasing him. He was having all of these experiences that would lead somebody to believe, you know, it's something demonic. But we go in and even we're smelling sulfur. All of our equipment is saying demon, demon, big scary demon. And it turns out that this was just a guy who was his brother-in-law. He was a very, very bad man, did some very bad things, and just continued in the afterlife to want to scare the crap out of this guy.
Oh.
Oh,
That's
wow.
not
But he-
nice.
He also had some things that he kept after this guy did the bad things.
Mm.
Oh,
And they were in his shed or in the house somewhere. And we were like, maybe you shouldn't keep that anymore. And he also had some dirt and like bullets that he took from Iran or Iraq. I don't remember. Remember downstairs?
Yeah. Yeah.
Negative energy items. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, negative energy items. And he was so scared he was sleeping in his room with his door locked and a loaded gun.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, I
Terrified.
was a little scared at one point, but yeah, he was really freaked out. Really
Yeah.
freaked out.
That's one of the ones that stick with me the most because he felt so much better after he just knew what it was he was dealing with.
right.
You know, we did like a cleansing, but either way, even if he continued to have activity, he knew it wasn't a demon. He knew it wasn't anything like that was going to hurt him, and that gave him power to feel safe in his home again.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kind of put him at
Yeah.
ease a little bit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Especially a gentleman probably dealing with PTSD. That's probably not something that he really
Yeah.
enjoyed.
Yeah.
Right?
He definitely
Yeah.
had PTSD.
So pretty much the way it works is people, that feel like they have something in their house, and most people just want to know who it is and why they're there. And so they contact us and just are like, these are the experiences I'm having, and then we go in with our equipment and we talk to the ghost, figure out who it is and see like, okay, either you need to go because this isn't your home, or they're like, okay, we can stay, but we're going to cohabitate and, this is my house, but you're allowed to stay here as a spirit. So that's the way we work with these other people that need something in their house.
And here's your lease and your rent payment.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
Sign on the dotted
Please
line.
sweep and mop and pick up after yourself.
That's
You
right.
can slam the door. You can grab a broom.
That's right.
Yeah.
And no flipping the lights on and off, or you're paying some of the electric too.
I'd
Right.
stay out of my shower.
no shit.
That's my
Not
one
bad.
rule. I'm like, do not pop up in the mirror behind me.
No, no.
No.
After midnight, I shut my eyes. I flick the light switches on, and then I go, okay, because I don't want to look in the mirror when I go in the bathroom. I'm like, all lights have to be on. Could be 2 in the morning. It doesn't matter. Not in the
No
dark.
Bloody Mary.
No,
Ooh.
no.
No.
Nope, not
So,
happening.
real quick before we have you do your shameless plugs and promo everything for full moon, I want to know from Lisa and Stephanie. So Audra and I will cleanse and protect our house because we don't want to bring anything home. We don't want anything coming in while we're there. That's our place of serenity, right? That's our Zen place. Leave us the F alone when we're at home, right? What do you guys do to protect your locations, or to protect your personal spaces with all the stuff that you guys, I mean, because you guys are nonstop busy. How do you protect your homes? I mean, Nicole could sleep like a rock because she doesn't hear anything. But how do you, as medium sensitives, people with abilities, protect your homes?
Lisa?
For me, I'm very bad about it. I hate to say it, but I'm once in a while I will sage. I'll do stuff with Florida water. I have crystals around, but really when I leave a location, I just, whether it's in my head or I say it out loud, I just state, you're not allowed to come home with me. That's it. And I just hope and pray that that works. I say my own prayers to Saint Michael. I wear like a lot of, the why can't I think of the name of the stone that I wear? What's on
Like
my beads?
obsidian.
Yes,
Obsidian.
thank you. Yes.
Yep.
And, black salt, things like that. But I should probably do much more. But I've been very lucky.
I mean, if that works for you.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Lisa, you're not hoping and praying that it's work. You are intending. You are setting your
Right,
intent.
yes.
Nothing
Yeah.
will follow you.
Chris, you talk about that all the time. Intentions. Don't acknowledge it. Right. So
Don't acknowledge it. Don't give it attention. Don't give it the intention that it has the ability to stay with you. Like Robert the doll. When Audra and I did the tour in Key West, Robert the doll, everybody's like, ask Robert permission to take a picture. One, I'm not going to take his picture. Because two, I'm not going to acknowledge his presence, and I'm not going to ask him for permission. Because the minute I do that, I give him power.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
Robert really scares me. I have no desire to see Robert. I don't know
either.
why.
Stephanie would smuggle Robert out.
I would totally smuggle him out.
I don't know
So-
why
so
that
Stephanie,
doll
what-
bothers me.
he didn't bother me. I think the intent, I think the negative, just my opinion, I think the negative energy around Robert was the spoiled little asshole that owned him. That's just my opinion. That's nobody else's.
Yeah.
Could be.
Stephanie, what do you do to protect yourself?
Well, because I take in haunted objects, I try to vet their energy before I bring them into my house. If I feel like they are anything negative, they don't come in my house. I always tell things, if you are not of love and light, you need to leave my home and you are not to come back. Because I have children and I had my dog and my pets and stuff. So my rule for any haunted items that I bring in is you cannot show yourself to my kids, you cannot go into their rooms, and you leave my pets alone. The rest of the house is yours. You're free to roam. You're free to come and talk to me and communicate. Anything that I feel is haunted, I do give them their own little flashy ball and sometimes K2 meters around my house. And so, like, even in the middle of the night, I have tons of them in my room, and like I'll see a flashy ball will go off and I'll wake up instantly and I'm like, oh, hi, Paisley, and then I go back to sleep. So, but that's pretty much it. If they're not of love and light, they have to leave my house.
yeah.
Love and light is the prayer that I use when we cleanse. So that's
Okay.
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm putting cat balls in my fucking bedroom though. But
Damn it. One thing before they do their promos and stuff, ladies, before the end of the show, when we end the show, hang
Don't
around to
leave.
chat. Don't leave.
Okay.
Okay.
We always forget to say that.
Okay.
So this is the point of the show. We're a little bit over, no big deal, right? It's our YouTube channel. Promos. What locations can they find you at? What do you guys got coming up? Where can they find you on Facebook? Where can they find you on the internet? Where can they find you to reach out to you for privates? Where can they find you to reach out for these haunted locations that they can come out and support?
It's really easy. Full Moon Paranormal. FullMoonParanormal.com. Full Moon Paranormal on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok. Our email is fullmoonparanormal@yahoo.com, or you can contact us right through the website. If you have something you're experiencing and you want us to come out, all of our events are listed there. They're listed on Facebook. Our next event coming up, Lisa, you want to talk about the thing that I can't remember the name of?
Uh, burgers, beers, and booze.
Oh,
Yeah.
I never
Okay.
remember what order.
So
Mark?
burgers, beers, and booze is it's an old, it's being held at Clemson Brothers, which is now a brewery, but it was at one time an old saw factory. There's several buildings like connected. It's a huge property. And we're going to be in the older part having burgers and a beer. And when we're done with that, we're going to investigate the old factory, which is now an event space, but it's still really cool because it's still like the original building. And Nicole and I were there once before. We did like a mini investigation. There's a lot of activity in there. So we're excited about that.
And
Go
do you
ahead.
have more than that one? I was just saying the other thing we're really excited about is we're partnering with Kestrel Tavern in Kingston,
Yes.
New York. And the last Thursday of every month is going to be their paranormal nights. So we're going to be doing different things. This month we're going to be just putting out some equipment, and last month we did a mixer. This month we're putting out equipment. People are going to come tell their own experiences, their ghost stories, just hang out, have a drink, and we'll see what goes off.
Fantastic.
And then coming up in May, we have the Fort Decker event, which I don't know if Nicole got the event up today. She was going to work on it, but
I was not going to work on it, but I can work on it.
we should have that up pretty soon too. So that's going to be a fundraiser for the fort, and we might have a surprise location, but I don't want to mention it yet because I don't want to jinx it.
Fingers crossed for that one. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be somewhere that even ghost hunters couldn't get into.
Yes, that's
We get it.
Ooh.
now we all have to come. I have goosebumps.
Yeah.
That means I have to go.
I do have a small request of the full moon ladies. We are kindly requesting that you do come back on Stay Haunted again.
Of course.
Yeah.
But I would like you guys to create a show that highlights all of your locations so we can promote the hell out of them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
So either Audra and I or Todd and Carmela will be in contact with you guys to get you guys rescheduled. But I would love to have you guys back on the show where you highlight those locations, especially those that are off the beaten path, that you don't, the ones that need the heat, they don't have the money, the ones that need the roof. I want to highlight those locations that need it the most and have you guys back on.
Mhm.
Oh, that's my jam. I'll get you
That's
pictures. I will
amazing.
get you history.
Yeah, and
Awesome.
we probably will start doing a lot of that getting closer to October. They're going to start reaching out to us and
Yeah.
ask us to do things.
That would be fantastic.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing that we love more than highlighting and promoting those smaller locations that really need the money from the paranormal community. I would love to have a show based around nothing but the ones that you guys do for Full Moon.
Okay.
Yeah. That would be great.
Fantastic.
Any excuse to talk about our favorite places.
Anything to say, Todd and Carmela or Audra, before we sign out?
No, awesome conversation. Love you, ladies, and
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you for
Yeah.
having
Thank
us
you
Thank you guys for
on.
being on.
and
Always
next time when we
great.
have you back on, hopefully Susan will be feeling better, so we can have all four full
Yeah.
moon ladies join.
Yeah.
Yes, and Lisa will have her camera working.
We're okay. But every time
All
you
right,
talk,
guys.
I look around like, where are you?
All right, guys. Big thanks out to our audience for joining us tonight. Big thanks out to the Full Moon Paranormal ladies for joining us. I can't wait to have you guys back on so we can promote all those smaller locations that you guys do so much activity for and provide support for those guys. That is fantastic. Guys, remember, make sure to tune in next week for another episode of Stay Haunted. And until that time, guys, get out to those smaller locations, do those investigations, but most of all, stay haunted. We'll see you guys next week. Have a good night.
Good night.
Bye.